Hey everybody, this is Sherry with CPR, Craft, Pray, Repeat. And I'm here today with a card I made using the Hollow Tree with Forest Friends by CottageCutz. I used the Spring Meadow die and I used the little tiny flower at the top of the grass there. I used baby clothesline and I used the turtle and the snail. And then we go to the grass border, which I cut two of those to layer across the bottom of my card. The stitch sun, clouds, and umbrella, and I use both of the clouds. I use the egg painting bunny, and what I use there is his arm and his little hand. And then here is the hollow tree with forest friends, and I use the entire tree, the bear, and the owl for my card. Now we're going to go, and there's my card. I just wanted to share it with you for a second, and then we're going to get started on our process video. And what I did was I used blue paper for the background, and then I used the exact same blue paper to cut out the clouds. And I was doing that in hopes that I could get the effect of possibly like an embossed background where you dry emboss the clouds into the paper. And so I didn't want to, do any inking or anything because I needed it to be the exact same and that and allow the clouds themselves to create any shadow or depth that they needed to give the appearance of embossing. So I'm just going and lining everything up where I want it. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim it off here in a second. And then once I trim it off, I'm going to even be able to use one of the pieces that I trim off to put on the other side of the card. And I'm just not really putting much in the center because, the tree trunk and all of that are going to go there. So, there really wasn't much need to try to put the clouds there. Now I've already got the owl put in the car or in the tree, and I'm gluing this down first, which was like so dumb. I have no idea why I did this step first because I have things I need to tuck behind the tree. But I was able to still get them tucked, and I'm moving the owl around, and there's a little black piece that goes in behind the owl so that you can't see through the tree and it looks dark on the inside. So I just went ahead and put that in. And now I'm going to get ready to stick my pieces in that need to go behind the tree, which why gluing it at the bottom was crazy when I left the top open. That, I don't know where my head was. All right, we'll just pretend like I know what I'm doing and we'll keep on going. I don't know. I really don't know. And so I have all my pieces together. I have the arm glued onto the little bear, and now I'm gluing the hand onto the side of the tree so it looks like he's peeking out around the tree. And I'm going to go ahead, and I just had so much fun with this. I love those little critters. I'm like a complete and total critter nut. If it's a critter, I'm in love. That's just how I roll, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down the top of the tree, which is what I should have glued down in the first place, so everything would have kind of stayed where I needed it. And but there is this one spot I'm just going to add some extra glue to push it down, and I use my pan pastels on all of the pieces with the exception of the clouds. Like I told you, I didn't want to do anything to separate them because I wanted them to look like dry embossing. So I've got my grass and my tiny turtle, and I'm going to go ahead and put this mushroom in behind the tree. And I just love all the things that this die comes with that you can use not only for this card, but for so many other cards. I'm using the grass from here for another card I'm working on, and I'll put up later on this week. I love the mushrooms. You can use those for tons of other cards as well. This is just a really great all-around die to be able to use and have in your stash. So I'm going to go ahead and glue down my mushrooms and get them where I want them. And I'm going to come back in and glue the grass down in front of that. And I love those little tufts of grass because when we put like a hill of grass. I'm moving my hand like you can see. But where you like cut out a slope of grass or whatever, this will be, that would be perfect to add to that. So it just gives that flat piece a little bit of dimension. It's awesome. I love it. I can hardly wait to use it on other cards. So I'm putting in the little flower. I got some 2mm pearls, flat back pearls, to put in the center because I ran out of the ones that were on the Stampin' Up thing. And so I just wanted to use that because I wanted to make my little owl a girl. And so I'm coming in with my grass and putting it down. Now what I did do was I removed the little snail. He's laying over on the right hand side of the screen, right beneath my hand. And I'm going to go ahead and put my grass in. And then I'm going to come back and put my snail back in. Because if I had left him where I had him, he would have been covered up by the blades of grass. And I love with that baby die that they are so small that they're just like the right proportions for the card. I mean, you don't want your turtle and your snail to be as big as your bear. So I just really love that. I love when things like that, and I can do that kind of little stuff to add to my cards. I just think that really puts a card over the top. When you see these people who put all these little extra things, I think that that's what makes your card go from great to wow, really great. And so I'm trying to learn to do that more. And so here I'm just going to trim off the grass, and then I'm going to bring in a Recollections A2 size card base out of 110-pound cardstock. And I've trimmed my panel down to 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm just going to layer it on top of my card and call my card done. That's it, guys. It was so much fun. I will link the dies that I used in the description box for you in case you're interested and want to go check some of them out. All right. Thanks for visiting me today. Remember to practice your CPR. Craft, pray, repeat. I love you all. Bye.